Okay, so before I start the review today, I'm going to be leaving a link below to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation that I personally, after seeing this film, felt really obligated to go donate to, which the reason why I'm putting this in front of the video is I would like to ask every one of you to at least take the time to do the research on this disease and check out the donation link below to see if you yourself wanted to make a donation, because it could really save somebody's life. So, continue on with the video.
I don't mind stealing something back. 1 foot. Just 1 foot closer.
So 5 Feet Apart is a movie about 2 teenagers who have cystic fibrosis, and part of the condition is that they're not able to touch each other. They can't come into contact with each other because it will lead to another disease that will end their life. And, of course, if you've seen the trailers, you know that, these 2 teenagers end up falling in love, and that's part of the challenge, that they can't touch each other, which the idea itself is really a great concept, but I'm not really sure if the film really executed it that well. I mean, it was a fine film. If you've seen the trailers, then you know what you're getting. It's a cookie cutter, copy-paste, romantic comedy drama in a way. But the thing that really makes this film is the 2 leads, Cole Sprouse and Haley Lou Richardson, who the first time I ever saw her in anything was Edge of 17, which, by the way, spoiler alert for the end of this review, go watch that movie instead. It's a lot better.
I can't help how I feel.
But, Cole Sprouse from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I mean, those 2 were really just great together in the movie. At first, the chemistry was a little off, but I think that was mainly due to the writing rather than, the acting ability of both of them together. Haley Lou Richardson is really great. She brought these certain quirks to the character that I'm not quite sure reading the script as, a less experienced actress would have been able to bring to this and, really elevate that movie. But some of the things that didn't, let's not go into the negatives first. This movie really has a great heart at its core, and I think that that's one of the things that kind of will set it apart from some of these other, tween kind of romance. But honestly, that's really kind of all that I can really give this movie. Those 2 together really elevate the film. Just sadly, it has a lot more negatives than it does positives. A lot of the humor, none of the jokes work for me, except for this one kind of really cheeky joke where Moses Iris, I believe that's how you say his name. I know him as Rico from Hannah Montana.
It's Rico's Empanada Extravaganza!
But he kind of has this, gay joke that he has with Cole Sprouse character that you see coming a mile away, but for some reason it gave me a good chuckle. A lot of the writing is really kind of hard, really corny, basic dialogue that you would expect from a movie like this, like, oh, I love you so much, I love you so much, that kind of blank, no weight to it, nothing really innovative, nothing new. The movie really kind of struggles with the pacing. I believe that it ended up being around 2 hours long, and the editors really should have sat down and took out a couple of chunks of this movie, and maybe the writer really should have kind of gone in and said maybe we could drop that, because it is a movie based off of a book, and you can tell watching this movie that a lot of the things that they included in it were just, oh, well, the book had this, so we need it in the movie, which I understand that you want to please your fans, the people who read these books or this book and are going to go see the movie, but as a film goer, you have to understand that this doesn't leave itself to a 2-hour adaptation. It really needed to be more so an hour 30, maybe 5 minutes over that. But we have the same beats over and over again in the movie where we're happy right now, and then something really sad that the movie's telling you feels sad, but you as an audience member don't feel sad about it, is going to happen, and then the conflict is over in maybe a minute. And it's like it didn't matter at all. There are a couple really heavy scenes that I think that if they had let play out, and if you had let show the effect of how that went, it would have been a lot better than it ended up being. Another thing about this movie is that it does have a style. It does have its own look to it, but it's not it's not the most attractive, but overall it's a fine movie. The two leads really hold it together. That's about all I can say about it. It's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie. Overall, I would probably give it about a 6 out of 10, just a passing grade. Nothing to write home about. I really think that this movie would have benefited if it had released on Netflix or something like Hulu. I mean, as someone who goes to the movies, 3-4 times a week, I'm fine with going, paying what I pay for it. But, if you're a mom and you want to take out your, you want to take your daughter to this, it's not cheap. It's going to be about, $15 per ticket. I think that this really could have done a lot better if it were something to be, left at home to enjoy. But thank you guys for checking out the review. Please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, what your thoughts were for the movie. If you're looking forward to the movie, please be sure to check out my social media links in the description below. Check out that link to the CFS Foundation. I really encourage you to educate yourself on this and take the time to maybe donate $1 even. But, share this video with just one person. Even if you shared this video with one person, it would really help me out a lot. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later.